as a health coach, when you are presented with an opportunity, when should you say yes because it's a great way to build your business? And when should you say no because it's actually a distraction? When you say yes to one thing, you're saying no to another. And sometimes that can be difficult to sort out. One of my clients today had this very scenario. She had been coaching. A doctor had referred her a group of people that she is coaching over an 8-week program. She was now about to meet with him again, and she knew that the conversation was going to be, because it had gone so well, if she could continue to do these 8-week coachings again and again over the course of the year. And she says, what do I do? It's not entirely in my niche. I already have a plan that will help me reach my financial goals that she and I had put together, and this doesn't really fit in it. So is it a distraction or is it an opportunity? So here's what I told her, and you can look at, there's no yes or no, right or wrong. You're going to be presented with unique circumstances over and over. But here's the thought process that I applied to this that you can use for yourself when you're presented with these opportunities. Now, if she had never done this 8-week coaching before and the doctor had asked her to do it, and if this is the very first time and she doesn't have a business plan already set up and a niche and a bigger game plan like we had created together, but if this was the first time she was doing it and we're working and she's got a niche and she's got an idea and she's got a plan, and then she's got this other opportunity to do 8 weeks for a lower ticket that sometimes some of the clients were on scholarship, so they weren't actually investing themselves in it, and it was a little bit off niche. We could make that work, but it was a little bit off niche. She was certainly qualified to help these people. So if it's the first time, I would say I have a better idea. I would not lock into 8 weeks where you're working in a group and you might not be able to get those results in that way for a low ticket. Instead, I would offer to do a free or low cost one-time teaching, webinar, workshop, one day, that type of thing, and get in front of that crowd for free. And some of those people will go, I have that problem, I'm wanting more of your help, and they would come over and you can coach them through and walk them through your process. And some of them may come into your signature program where you know how you can really help them get great results. And that will fit with your business plan. So that's what I would recommend. Now, in this particular case, she'd already done it and she'd done well. And the people that had attended really enjoyed it. The doctor was really impressed. And now that was the scenario. We were set up so that he wanted her to do this over and over and over again. But if she devotes all of her time to this, she can't nurture her own ideal clients. So here is what I had said to her. Because she'd already done it once, she had all the modules basically. She had all the content, although she hadn't recorded it. I said, instead of locking into a year at low ticket and distracting, instead what I recommend is talk to the doctor and say, how about this? How about we run it for 8 weeks? So it would take her about 1 hour a week. 1 hour a week, not too bad of an investment of her time. She will get in front of this doctor's audience. Getting in front of other people's audience is always what we're looking for. So she could offer to do this, pay her as he had before, but then say, what if we recorded this? So that you can use this over and over and over again for other people, and you don't have to keep paying me, and she doesn't have to keep coaching live like that. Or she could just do Q&As, which wouldn't be a huge investment of her time. 1 hour a week to get in front of an audience that she could then, at the end of coaching with them, let them know if they have further questions, if they want to work with her further, give them an opportunity to come to her. So even if this is what we call evergreen, so this doctor, it's a win for him because he doesn't have to pay her 6 times the amount. She doesn't have to redo the same things over and over. She can leverage her time by using these recorded modules, but getting paid for it the first time. But everywhere in those modules in her teaching, let the audience know, those people know that you're happy to answer questions, give your contact information, invite them to connect. And once they're connected, then you can walk them through. And some of them might be fine just as they are. They might have light questions, but that allows you to get in front of someone else's audience, and some of those people really could benefit from your services. And then you can have that conversation and bring them through your usual pathway, your usual way of doing business without it being a significant distraction. So if you've already got something set up and it's not going to take a lot of your time, so it's just 1 hour now because you've already got the material, you can do that. If her other business had taken so high that if her other business is now 6 figures or well on track to that, she's fully engaged with them, she can just dial down answering questions from this other part. Or if she was already there, she could just say no thank you and offer to do a 1 hour workshop or a 1 day workshop, something like that. So it depends on the time, it depends on the opportunity. Ideally, you do want to get in front of other people's audience. A doctor who has patients who want your services, that's excellent. So generally, we're going to say yes, but we don't want to lock into a long term at a low price with a lot of your ability kind of being in check. You can't really give everything you want to this person because it's really in the confines of what somebody else in the container that somebody else has created. So if it's already up and running and you kind of have it as autopilot, you're going to be more likely to say yes. It'll dovetail in, especially if those people could potentially be ideal clients of yours. If it is brand new and it's going to take a lot of time to create something new, I would say no. That would be a no. Just say thank you and just offer to do a free or low cost workshop or training so that you can still take advantage or leverage or get in front of that opportunity that is being presented so that you can potentially help those people more deeply and further. So it's a question that's going to come up if you have a circumstance where you've been presented with an opportunity and you just can't decide whether you should do it or not. One of the first questions you want to have answered for yourself is, what am I doing? What do I want? Who can I serve? How do I want to help? So knowing what your end goal is, then when these opportunities come up, you go, does that help me get to my goal? Then it's a yes. Does this not help me get to my goal? Then it's a no. So we want to know what that end goal is, because some distractions, like a healthy, happy family, are part of the goal. So you'll be more apt to say yes to things that support that goal. I hope that helps. If you have questions or clarification or situations that you want to bring by, be sure to pop those in the comments. Be sure to like and subscribe. Check out all of the great videos that we have on 6-figure health coach tips. Be good for you.